The Sixers have a chance to win on the road for their first time this season against Brooklyn, which you think would be very possible. But no, they get blown out in ugly fashion. They lose by 25 to the Brooklyn Nets? That's atrocious. That is so hideous. It's disturbing to even think about. That was such a piss poor game by the 76ers. How do you lose by 25 points to the Brooklyn Nets? That is so embarrassing. It's unbelievable. So I have a couple reasons on why we lost this basketball game. Starting with our poor shooting from three. We shot 4 of 20, and that's just not going to cut it. We allowed 70 points in the paint to our 40. Joel Embiid, he only had 8 shots tonight. 8 shots? He started off the game getting nice and low in the post, and I said, okay, just build off of what you did last game, expecting a little bit more. 8 field goal attempts today for Joel Embiid. Unacceptable. 28 turnovers. I mean, seriously, this is the same stuff we've seen for years now, from last year to this year. Turning over the ball. When is this going to get fixed? On top of that, the slow third quarter start where we allowed 41 points in the third quarter. We got outscored in every quarter except for the first. When is that going to stop? That third quarter brutal start. I mean, at some point we need to look at Brett Brown, and I love Brett, and I don't want to say fire him. That's not what I'm saying right now. But he needs to answer some questions because it's consistent and it's the same issues game after game. 28 turnovers and a terrible third quarter start. It's every game. It seems like it's the same exact issues. So when do you look at Brett Brown and say, how do we fix this? Because that is not an issue with the roster. It's not. 28 turnovers is not a roster thing. Third quarter slow starts, that's not a roster thing. That's a mentality in the locker room coming out after half. You're not getting the team ready. You're not getting the team prepared. On top of that, with the turnovers, it's got to be a scheme thing. Telegraphing every pass in the first half was a problem. It was a nightmare. I mean, it's the Brooklyn Nets we're talking about. Oh, it was horrible. We just got blown out. Oh, God. So, they had 105 shots to our 65. But obviously, when you turn the basketball over as much as we did, that's going to happen. This team stinks. The Brooklyn Nets stink. I can't believe we just got waxed by 25 points in Brooklyn. We have yet to win a game on the road, and this was just atrocious. Don't give me it's a back-to-back. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Good teams don't lose to the Brooklyn Nets by 25 on a back-to-back. I don't care. I don't care that you just played last night. What else do we have? Oh, God. Ben had 20 and 12. He was a little bit more aggressive today. He actually had a double-double at the half, but I don't care. I don't care about the stat line in this one. Turning the ball over way too many times, not being prepared after half, getting outscored in every single quarter except for the first, which I don't know how that happened, because honestly, they had double the amount of shots as us at that point, and we turned the ball over double digits amount of times. So that's a flawed quarter the first one was. Allowing 122 points. Joel Embiid, man, come on. You got to be better than 8 field goal attempts. You have to be. Now, I know we got into foul trouble at some point. You got to be better. You didn't see Fultz until about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Brett tried to throw something new out there and bring JJ in and whatever. But we didn't see Fultz until 4 minutes left in the third, and at that point it was already kind of hideous. He had some times where he was diving on the ground. Grab some old boards. I'm seeing more hustle out of Fultz, which I like. But like I said, I mean, at this point, this game, I don't have anything to say about anybody. As a team, that was the ugliest thing we could have ever put together for a game against the Nets. You're not coming out ready to play. That's what it is. You went into Brooklyn thinking this team sucks, we're going to steamroll them. Yeah, they're laughing at you. You got to hear the Brooklyn Nets fans, which I didn't even know was a thing, giving you their chant, which I didn't even know was a thing, because they're completely embarrassing you. I didn't even know the Nets had fans. Lose by 25 in Brooklyn. Now, we have a couple days rest before we have a big game against Victor Oladipo and the Pacers, but, I mean, come on. This was so bad. What the hell is wrong with this team? Because that's just not acceptable. Are we ever going to win a road game this year? Are we going to stop turning the ball over? Are we going to have a start of a second half that's actually solid? We got to start looking at Brett. He needs to start answering these questions because it's consistently the same issues. It's consistently the same issues. It needs to get fixed. Let me know what you think down below, but oh my God, horrendous.